Hey guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. I'm coming around. Hi guys. Okay, you guys, I mentioned that I wanted to do this video for a while. I asked several of you, well, I asked everyone, and I got several people saying they wanted this herb video. And yes, it's an herb video for resellers. Really, it's an herb video for whoever wants to watch it, really. I'm just targeting resellers. And the reason I'm targeting resellers is because our community, resellers, we are out in these thrift stores all the time. You know, if you go to the bins, I mean, you're touching things that 20 million other people have touched. So you're getting all kinds of germs on you. I feel like I'm almost getting sick every time I leave the bins because there's so many germs there. It's almost like my body feels it. I take this, what I call infection fighter. I take it every time I go to the bins. And I usually take a couple of swigs of it when I come home. I need to put that right there. Just going to the regular thrift stores, the Goodwills, whatever. Okay, even when we just go to the damn grocery store, this can happen to you. But we're putting ourselves in harm's way even more because we're always out, you know, always out searching for product to sell. So, and I also think that being resellers or being entrepreneurs, you've already wanted to take life into your own hands as far as how you make money, how you control your time, how you're able to do the things you want to do in life. So I think this is just another facet of a reseller's life or an entrepreneur's life, wanting to take control of their own health. You already want to take control of your own financial situation in life and your time. Why not take control of your health too? And like I said, I think I'm talking to the right people who have that mindset already. And if you don't, click off. If you believe in only going to the doctor and and synthetic medication, click off. Go do your thing. Because I'm not saying it's for everybody, but I'm saying it's for me. So, and that's the other thing I should say. I'm going to show you guys how to make this infection fighter. I'm not saying that I'm curing anything. I'm not saying that I'm a doctor. I'm just an herbalist, and I'm sharing what I do for myself and my family. And for me, I've been an herbalist. Actually, I'm a certified herbalist. I got certified 6 or 7 years ago. I've been practicing herbs for, God, probably 8 years. I'm 47 years old. I am on 0 medications, you guys. I don't have high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I do Zumba 6 days a week, so I have tons of energy. So, I think, you know, what I'm doing is a good example of how herbs and living a healthy lifestyle can work. And you guys, I think it's vital that we live as healthy of a lifestyle as possible being resellers, because we don't have time. We don't have time to be getting sick. Okay? We don't have time for our children getting sick. We just don't have time for that. Okay? We are busy. We are busy out there buying products for our stores. We're busy listing, which is the most important thing we can be doing for our business. We're busy taking care of our kids, our husbands, cleaning the house, taking care of our wives. We just ain't got time for the sickness thing. So, and this is another thing I want to talk about before I get started. I'm going to show you guys how to make it. I got all the herbs and everything here. It's very quick and easy. This takes minutes to make. But the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is also insurance. You know, insurance is expensive. It's an all-time high. I'm not getting political. I'm just discussing this part. It's at an all-time high. So some people can afford insurance. Some people can't. Some, you know, and especially having your own business, it's really hard to afford this insurance, you know. So the more you can take in your own hands your health, the more money you're going to save, okay? And not just the money, your life, you know. So the healthier you are, the less likely you are to get these diseases and get sick and all the yuckiness. So I did want to mention that. I always have, you guys know, I always have notes to make sure I hit all the points I want to hit. Okay, so let me talk about what this is. I call it Infection Battler. So this Infection Battler will build your immune system up. And this is what it's done for my family. It's built our immune systems up so that most of the time we don't get sick. Once in a while we do get sick. So right when the sickness starts, we take it and it usually gets rid of it so we don't get sick. Sometimes the sicknesses are very, very strong. But you know what? We may get sick for a day or two. Or what usually starts happening is we don't really get sick. Our body fights it. Okay? Fighting it and getting sick can take it out of you. But you only fight it for a day or two instead of having it for a week or two. And it can also help you so that now you don't pass it on to your husband or your kids. Okay? The other thing that this does is it fights infection. So I've given it, I've put some of this in my dog's ear before to fight infections. If you have an infection in your throat, you have infections in your body, I've used it for any infection I've ever had. I even used it, I went to the dentist and I had to have some major work done on my tooth and he wanted me to take an antibiotic. I didn't take that. I took this. This is my antibiotic. Okay? Again, okay, this is what's worked for me. It's worked for my family. You have to decide what works for yours. So I'll say it like that. And like I said, with my children, my daughter was in high school. That's when I really started this whole herbal journey. If she's about to get sick, or right when she starts school, I would put a couple spoons of that in her mouth every day to get her immune system really nice and built up. During this cold season, if I was a parent and I had a small child, I would give my child this every morning. A couple quick little, you put it in one of these little bottles, okay? I give them a couple of quick of these every morning. Keep their immune system built up so they don't get sick. So again, it builds up the immune system so you don't get sick. If you do get sick, you start taking this so you can shorten it and fight the cold so you don't get sick for more than a day or two. And if you have any type of infection, it fights that too. So let's get to it. Okay, so what you need to do is, I get a jar about this size, okay? Gets us a quart, I don't know, something like that. Get some peroxide. Just one second, let me grab this. Regular old peroxide you get from the grocery store. This is a cool little thing, you guys. You can clean out your water bottles with this and everything. Good old regular peroxide will clean this. You just put some in this bottle, you know, so much. Just a little bit in the bottom. Shake it up. Now your bottle's sterilized. If you need to sterilize any spoons, baby bottles, your water bottle, whatever, just the peroxide. I never knew that until I learned how to make these tinctures. Anyway, so what you want to do is, so now your jar is clean. I've already done that. You guys don't have to worry about it. What you want to do, equal proportions of an herb called echinacea, okay, and equal herbs of an herb called golden seal. This information will be below. Where you get these herbs is a place called mountainroseherbs.com. Okay, these are herbs that are they are picked, dry, right out of the ground. There's no crap in them. They are pure herb. There's no fillers, no nothing. Okay, no toxins have been sprayed on them. These are all pure organic herbs. Okay, so Mountain Rose Herbs. I have an herb store here in Las Vegas where I get to go, and that's where I got all my herb knowledge and where I got certified. It's the most awesome place in the world. It's called Herbally Grounded. If you ever come to Las Vegas, you have to visit Herbally Grounded. Well, call me, message me, and I'll meet you there. You have to go to this place. It's fabulous. Okay, so, but, and actually, I got this from Mountain Rose Herbs. It says it right here. I got a big, huge bag of it because we use this like insanely. And I ran out of my golden seal I got from Mountain Rose Herbs, and I got it at my local herb store, the golden seal. So that's why I have the two different bags. It doesn't matter how you do this. You just need equal proportions. So if it's a cup of this and a cup of that, that's what it is. If it's a quarter cup and a quarter cup, it's a quarter cup of each, okay? So what I do is I don't measure, because that's how I cook too. I measure sometimes for some things, but not this, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put, this is some this is echinacea. So I'm going to put the echinacea in here, so much. And I make a big jar like this. You don't have to make this much if you don't want to, but believe me, I would. Because once you get a hold of this stuff, you're going to want to always have this on hand. Okay, so I put in about that much herb, okay? So how much ever that you put in, put about the same amount of the golden seal. And if you have to measure it, measure it. Get out a quarter cup, measure out a quarter cup, throw it in the jar, get a quarter cup of golden seal, throw it in the jar. But I just look at it and put about the same amount. Yeah. So I have like that much of that one, and I have the same amount of, I have this much of the echinacea and that much of the golden seal. Oh, and this is the other thing. You can see like this is cut, and this is more of a powdered form. It doesn't matter, okay? The reason they have powdered forms is if you're going to encapsulate it, okay? So that's why you have powdered forms. And if I do further videos, there's some herbs that have to be encapsulated because they taste really bad. That's a whole nother, those are whole other videos. If this herbal thing keeps going and you guys want to learn more, you'll be learning about how to encapsulate capsules and stuff too. Okay, Now, the other herb is called hibiscus flower. And let me show you what it looks like. It's so pretty. It has tons of benefits. It's really beneficial. Okay. See? Isn't that beautiful? It's hibiscus flower. Okay, you take just about that much. Okay, there's not a measurement. You don't want too much. Hibiscus flower has a very strong taste, but it tastes like raspberries, you guys. And what that does is you get the herbal benefits, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, but you also, it flavors your tincture. So now when your kids taste this, it's going to be sweet, because we're going to put glycerin in a minute, and it tastes like berries. So your kids won't mind taking it. You won't mind taking it. Okay, so you just put about that much in it, and that, believe it or not, that flavors this up like there's no tomorrow, and it gives it a real pretty red color, so it looks really appetizing to your kids. Again, this is hibiscus. The benefits of hibiscus, for when it helps fight colds also. Also, if you're not a man, it won't affect any part of your testosterone or anything like that. But for women, it supports everything it makes to be a woman. Our ovaries, everything makes to be a woman. Our hormones, our ovaries, our inner walls and cells, all the stuff it takes to be a woman, it supports that heavily. If you're a man, it doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't affect your testosterone, so don't worry about it. That's the nice thing about herbs, okay? Herbs go into your system, and they know what needs to be done. So it goes in, it magically does its work on the area that needs it. And if it does, in whatever else, because every single herb, if you look it up, I have a thing called the Herbal Encyclopedia. If you were to look it up in this book, each herb probably does 100 things, but it's only going to go in your body and do what it needs to do where the problems are happening. That's the magic of herbs. I love them. No side effects, people. The only side effects you might have from an herb is this. If you're allergic to the herb, like you're allergic to food, because herbs are food. They're not synthetic drugs. They're herbs from the earth. And I think that's super huge, important to remember. So people are like, well, what if I take too much? What happens if you have too much bananas? Same thing. Okay. So, now, we got everything in here this way. Now, what you want to do is you want to use a thing called just some vegetable glycerin. It's a food-based glycerin. This is what it looks like. You can get this also at Mountain Rose Herbs. Okay? You want to put equal parts of distilled water or boiled water. I boiled some water. I have my pot on the back of here, which I'll get out. Okay, now you put in this much of the herbs, right? You want to put that much glycerin. So I'm going to do that right now. Oops. Okay. Put that same amount of glycerin in. Just 1 second. I just kind of went on the outside. Okay. So now, hopefully you guys are seeing this. Now that's what it looks like right now. All right. So everything's equal. Then you want to put in as much glycerin as how much water you want to put in. So you can either use distilled water or you can boil some water in a tea kettle. So I'm going to put exactly that much water. And what you guys are noticing is it's not an exact science, okay? It's going to turn out, okay? So some people right now are like, oh my God, she's not doing... If you need to get out a quarter cup, do a quarter cup of echinacea, do a quarter cup of golden seal, sprinkle in, hopefully that would be a big deal, sprinkle in some hibiscus for the flavoring and the benefits of that. And then whatever you end up with, then take that same amount of glycerin and the same amount of water, okay? Now, if things aren't perfect, don't worry. You're still going to make a great tincture, okay, you guys? So don't get so caught up in exactness. It's still going to be great, okay? You can't go wrong with these herbs. It's going to still work. Okay. Then, I'm trying to make sure I get everything. Yeah, that's everything. So when you put your lid on there, you might want to give it a little shake. I have this jar I don't like too much because it likes to leak a little bit at the top. It doesn't seal like my other ones. If I was you, I would use... okay, here we go. I would use, well, no, this isn't one of those jars. Okay, I would use this kind of jar, okay? This is just one I happen to have. I kind of ran out of these. This is the infection fighter. I had made up a big batch of it the other day because my husband was getting sick and we needed some more in our life, so that's that. That's what it looks like. Oh, I should show you. This is what it comes out looking like. Look how it starts, okay? And then that's how it ends up. All right. We'll just leave it right here. I don't know why I keep wanting to put it back. What you need to do is, there's two things. Let me talk to you about this. There's two things you can do. One, if you have 6 to 8 weeks, which I never have because when I need something, I need it right now, instant gratification, you can take this and put this in a dark cabinet for 6 to 8 weeks and it'll be ready to go. If you're like me, and most of the time you, the last minute are like, oh my God, I'm out of my infection fighter, I need some right now, you can put it in a crock pot on low. Let it steep in the crock pot. Fill the crock pot with water. Put the crock pot on low. Put this in there like that and let it sit in there for about 6 hours. If you need it in, like, suppose like somebody's sick and you need some infection fighter quickly, you can put it in there for 3 or 4 hours. I mean, if you need something in 3 or 4 hours, put it in there for that. You're still going to get, and what you could do is you could put it in for 3 or 4 hours, pour some out into a muslin bag, strain it, and then use a little bit for whoever needs it, and then put the rest back in and let it sit for another 3 hours if you need to do that. So anyway, so it's been, let's say it's been 6 hours. You take it out, okay? I'd let it cool a little bit because it's going to be kind of hot. So after it cools, you want to get a bowl, get a muslin bag. I believe they sell these muslin bags at... at Mountain Rose Herbs. If you don't have a muslin bag, you can use some cheesecloth and pour it into some cheesecloth, okay? Like maybe take a piece of cheesecloth in a bowl. I don't have a bowl with me right now. I'll throw it in my dishwasher. Anyway, get a bowl, put some cheesecloth on there, pour it in, bring it out, and do it that way. But try to get yourself a muslin bag, okay? These things are the bomb. If you can't, order from Amazon. But I'm sure Mountain Rose has these muslin bags. Okay, because that's what you're going to do. Is you're going to take your solution after it's already done. So it's going to look like this when it's done. And you're going to pour it in here. And then you pour it in, and then you just simply squeeze it out and keep squeezing. And then you take some more, pour it in to your muslin bag, squeeze it out until all of this has been squeezed through this bag. And it goes really quick, guys. Then you have pure herb in your bowl. And then just rinse this out. You don't have to sanitize it again. It's already been sanitized. Rinse it out. Take your tincture, pour it back into your jar. And you can store this in your refrigerator. Okay, this is what I need to explain. You can store it on your counter, but I would store it in your refrigerator just for extra, so it preserves it a little extra. Because you're using a food-based glycerin, this is your preservative. Because I know you're like, well, isn't it going to go spoiled? Or no. It can, but most likely it's not going to. And the reason is because you have the food-based glycerin. This is what is your preservative. All natural preservative. Also, it makes it nice and sweet, so your kids will love it. You got the hibiscus in there, so your kids will love it. Okay? So you have that in there. So you just take this whole, after you've strained it, and put it back in your jar. Just take this and keep it in your refrigerator. Oh, before you put it in your refrigerator, Mountain Rose Herbs has this too. Get yourself a tincture bottle. And fill your tincture bottle up so that you can just plop some right into your kids' mouths. Okay? Bam, 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 bam. There you go. And you're all done. And then you can take this and you can put it in your purse when you need it. You have it in your cupboard when you need it, wherever. I have herbs, and I'll just share really quick. I have herbs for everything. This one actually is a hormone balancer because I'm 47, going through the change. So I need to make sure my hormones are being balanced uniquely to where I'm at in life. Okay? I made myself some happy juice. This stuff is the bomb, you guys. If I had children and they're ornery and grouchy, they'll happy juice in their mouth, make them feel better. If you feel sad or depressed or have an upset stomach, happy juice. Eye Bright. This, no lie, this Eye Bright right here, I went to get my eyes tested. Well, okay, I went to renew my license, something, and I had to have an eye test. She goes, how did you improve your eyesight? I said, well, I make my own, this thing called Eye Bright. I use this herb called Eye Bright. And I made my own tincture, and I guess it improved my eyesight that much. She goes, yeah, nobody improves their eyesight. Next one, I have one I call it Think. This supports memory, brain cells, brain function, all of that. I call it Think. Do I have anything else over here? That's probably enough. I got some other things, but that's good. So anyway, if you're interested in learning about any of these other things, I also have another herbal thing that I created that got rid of, I know it's a big claim, people, got rid of my daughter's eczema. Can you imagine if you have eczema and you do, and you are a reseller? That is so much pain. When my daughter had that, she had red inflamed arms. It was itchy. It was burning. It was embarrassing. It was horrible. And I created this. It wasn't for eczema at first. It was just for her allergies because her allergies were so bad. She took this these allergy herbs that I combined together. I combined two or three of them, for sure 2 of them, 2 herbs together, and she took it as a capsule because it's kind of a stronger herb that tastes real nasty. It's chaparral, and there's one other herb I added in there. Anyway, and her eczema went away within 3 days. So I won't get into that, but I wanted to show you what the power of herbs can do for you. If you guys are wanting any more herb videos, if you have some issues that you're like, hey, I'd love to know what herbs for this issue, leave the comments below and let me know. You guys, please, if you have any interest in this at all, make yourself some infection fighter so that you can build your immune system up. You can build your family's immune systems. If anyone's getting sick, you can fight them. They can fight the sickness and get rid of it quicker. If there's any infections going on, you can get rid of the infections. It's safe. I give it to my dog too. So if you know, I hate to say some things because people get all upset, but that's what I do for my family. So it can help you, especially if you don't have insurance, or if you have insurance and it's expensive. Taking care of your own health can really help you that way. And I just feel as resellers and entrepreneurs, we want to be in control of our life, our finances, our jobs, and why not be in control of our health? So I hope this video helps you guys, and I will leave all the information below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.